note and map. This activity comes from the design sprint, and it is a way for us to map out user journeys. So each participant in your design sprint would create their own kind of ideal flow. So they pick an actor, they pick a destination, and then each step that actor is going to take along the way to get to that destination. And then we'll kind of combine them all to create an ideal map. This is going to be really handy for kind of helping the group visualize the problem space. So let's take a look at how we do this in Control Room. So I've got a note and map created, add it to the event here, and just like normal, you can delete, reset, you can look at instructions. This video will be found here in instructions. And then settings, very simple, just a name and prompt. So if we click the participant link and jump over to the participant view, we can see that we have the actor, we have the outcome, and a few moments along the way. So I'm just going to say maybe our actor is a CEO, and maybe the outcome is they raise money, and then maybe the first moment is they talk to early investors. Et cetera, et cetera. And then finally they might finalize a pitch deck, before they raise the money. And then, then there's like other steps that they're going along the journey. That might be wrong. If I think about it a little more, maybe they finalize the pitch deck first, and then they set up meetings, and then they get the term sheet or whatever. What are the steps that they're taking along the way to get to that final step of raising money? Then we're going to have other participants in the room or in the session filling out all, the same kind of journey. And as a facilitator, I can see who's done, who's added moments, and who hasn't. I can see 1 out of 3 participants is done. So I'm just going to come here on my other screen and just quickly fill out some stuff so that you can kind of follow along here. So that we can kind of see how some of the other activities work, right? Or how the other steps, rather. So just bear with me. I am just typing these in really quickly, and they are just really simple little numbers and things, just so you can get an idea of how it works. Okay, cool. So now you can see that all participants have entered their moments. Cool. So we're going to start sharing, and you'll see now we've got kind of this grid view of all the steps. And as a facilitator, I can see that, and as a participant, I can see that. So I've kind of starting to see this overall map, right? And what gets interesting is if we got multiple rows with the same actor, and we've got different steps allocated, right? And so this is just we're kind of just doing some sharing. We're just kind of looking here at what's been created. And now we move on to voting. And this is where each person now will vote on as many moments that they think are critical. So, I think this is important. This is really important. That's important. This is really important. This whole flow is like, wow, it's the real deal. These outcomes are really, really important. But those 3 moments, I don't know, maybe not so important. And then now during this review, all the moments that are not were not voted on are now hidden. And this is really helpful to kind of visualize the map and how the map really comes together once we start to look at the stuff that really matters. And then we'll kick it over to a decider vote. So then we'll select who our decider is. And now our decider will then kind of look at the map and say, this is really important, and this actor is the most important actor. So this actor doing this step is our most critical step. And then when the facilitator reveals the results, they can see what the decider selected, and that will be the target of our further activities. And as usual, there's a download button that'll download the entire map, and then it'll have it has columns indicating which is the target and which was what was the target actor and the target moment. You can also print this screen, which is print kind of a PDF view of this visual screen. We can also, like other activities, send this over to Livescribe. And if I toggle the participant over to Livescribe, then you'll see my messy Livescribe. I've been scribing all sorts of stuff. But here on the note and map, we just going to copy our targets. So we're focused on the CEO in step 3, which, that was my shorthand. That would, it would actually be whatever they had entered in for that moment in moment 3. So that is the note and map. Thanks for listening, and talk to you soon.